Today we delve into the haunted past of Leap Castle, a historic castle located in County Offaly in Ireland. Known as one of the most haunted castles in Ireland, it has a long and intriguing history, with numerous reports of hauntings and apparitions. So make sure to lock your doors and hug your pets, and blow out your candles as we begin to uncover the history and secrets of Leap Castle. Leap Castle is believed to have been built in the 13th century by the O'Bannon clan. It originally served as a defensive stronghold, strategically positioned to control the surrounding area. Over the centuries, the castle changed hands multiple times through battles and familial disputes. Leap Castle has a deep and ancient history. Interestingly, there is evidence to suggest that the castle was built on the site of a pre-existing ancient stone structure, which might have had ceremonial significance. This reveals a long history of human occupation in the area, possibly dating back to the Iron Age or even earlier. In the late 16th century, the O'Carroll clan took possession of the castle. The O'Carrolls were known for their ruthless tactics and cruelty. It was during their occupancy that several dark events occurred, contributing to the castle's haunted reputation. The construction of the main tower of Leap Castle is a topic of debate. Some say that it was built in the 13th century, while others argue for a later date, possibly in the late 15th century. However, the most accepted estimate places its construction at around 1250 AD. The castle was erected by the O'Bannon clan and was initially referred to as Leap of the O'Bannons. The surrounding fertile land associated with the O'Bannon clan also bore the same name. The O'Bannons held a subordinate position as secondary chieftains within the territory and were under the authority of the ruling O'Carroll clan. The occupation at Leap Castle, spanning multiple eras, highlights its enduring significance as a stronghold and a centre of power throughout different periods of Irish history. The presence of earlier structures adds a layer of historical depth to the castle's rich heritage, making it a site of interest for both architectural and archaeological exploration. According to historical accounts, the Annals of the Four Masters document a series of events involving Leap Castle and the O'Carroll clan. In 1513, the Earl of Kildare, Gerald Fitzgerald, made an unsuccessful attempt to seize the castle. Just 3 years later, in 1516, Fitzgerald launched another attack, this time partially demolishing certain sections of the castle. Despite the damage inflicted, the O'Carrolls managed to reclaim Leap Castle by 1557. With their resilience and determination, they were able to regain control over their ancestral stronghold. The castle's significance as a symbol of power and authority is evidenced through these historical conflicts, where rival factions fought for control over the region. These events highlight the turbulent nature of Irish history during the medieval period, with various clans and noble families engaging in power struggles and territorial disputes. The resilience and tenacity displayed by the O'Carrolls in reclaiming Leap Castle further emphasise the castle's importance to them and their position within the region. After the death of Mulrooney O'Carroll in 1532, internal conflicts and power struggles plagued the O'Carroll clan. The family found themselves in a fierce rivalry for leadership, which ultimately tore them apart. The struggle for power became so intense that it drove brother against brother, leading to a tragic and violent incident. During a moment of religious significance, a priest from the O'Carroll family was conducting a mass for a gathering of his relatives. As the priest led the ceremony, his rival brother abruptly stormed into the chapel. Armed with a sword, in a horrifying act, he attacked his own brother, plunging the sword into him and inflicting a fatal wound. The priest collapsed onto the altar, succumbing to his injuries in front of his horrified family members. This act stained the chapel with blood and added a chilling layer of tragedy and despair to the already haunted history of Leap Castle. This event took place in what is now famously known as the Bloody Chapel within Leap Castle. The tale of the butchered priest and the Bloody Chapel is a vivid and unsettling reminder of the dark past that shrouds Leap Castle. It is an event that has been passed down through generations, contributing to the castle's haunted reputation. and the reports of paranormal activity associated with the site. In 1659, through a marriage arrangement, Leap Castle came into the possession of the Derby family. Jonathan Charles Derby, a member of the family, later owned the castle. During his occupation, his wife Mildred Derby, a writer of Gothic novels, held seances in the castle. It is believed that her engagement with the occult and spiritual practices stirred up paranormal activity within Leap Castle. The seances and their communication with spirits attracted attention, and once restful spirits were summoned to loom through the hallways. Leap Castle, once a mighty bastion of history and heritage, was reduced to charred remains during the relentless fury of the Irish Civil War in 1922. In a blaze that engulfed its ancient walls, the castle was reduced to a mere cinder. The flames danced and cracked, casting eerie shadows upon the smoldered walls. Yet from the ashes emerged a glimmer of hope. Determined caretakers, driven by a desire to resurrect the castle's former glory, embarked on a journey of restoration, toiling tirelessly, placing together fragments of its history. According to legend, the O'Carrolls unearthed a hidden dungeon called an Ablett while renovating the castle. This dungeon was essentially a hidden pit designed to hold prisoners indefinitely and cut them off from the outside world. According to folklore, the dungeon had wooden spikes, and those unfortunate enough to find themselves in the pit were met with a wicked surprise. When the Ablett was opened, a horrifying and dark presence is believed to have been released. The entity, known as the Elemental, is believed to have been a malevolent spirit that resides within the castle. It is described as a tall, shadowy figure with a decomposing face and strong, foul odor. It is said to exude pure evil and has been known to attack visitors to the castle. The presence of the Elemental has been experienced by many visitors, leaving an indelible mark on the castle's haunted reputation, possibly unleashing other spirits, opening doorways and portals to places that the living would rather leave sealed. The castle is privately owned and has undergone extensive renovations in recent years to preserve its historic significance. The owners have embraced the castle's haunted history, offering guided tours to visitors who wish to learn about its past and potentially encounter a paranormal entity. Aside from the Bloody Chapel and the Elemental, Leap Castle is said to be haunted by various other spirits. Some visitors have reported seeing a lady in a red dress, believed to be the ghost of a former occupant of the castle. There have also been accounts of disembodied screams, strange noises, and the feeling of being watched. The Red Lady is believed to be the ghost of a woman who appears in a red gown, hence the name. She has been described as a malevolent presence, often seen near the entrance or in the main hall of the castle. The Lady in Red, a malevolent spirit that haunts the forgotten corners of Leap Castle, exudes an aura of darkness and despair. Adorned in a flowing crimson gown that seems to ripple with an otherworldly energy, she is a spectre of terror. Her ethereal form is veiled in a most unsettling mist, and her eyes are hollow voids, consuming all light and emitting a void of infinite darkness. Legends whisper of the Lady in Red as a harbinger of doom, forever tied to Leap Castle's macabre history. It is said that she was once a prominent figure, revered for her beauty and grace, but a tragic fate befell her, transforming her spirit into a twisted entity consumed by vengeful fury. Beware, for the Lady in Red is an entity of pure malevolence, a spirit you would wish to never encounter. Her presence is a visceral reminder of the darkness that dwells within Leap Castle's haunted walls, a reminder that some apparitions are too far gone to pity or empathize with, but rather to be feared and avoided at all costs. The Old Man. This ghostly figure is said to be an elderly man wearing a cloak and hat. Witnesses have reported seeing him in the castle's library, reading, or in deep thought. Some speculate that he may be a former owner or resident of the castle. He is said to be a haunting presence lurking within the depths of Leap Castle, exuding an aura of torment and despair. His ethereal form is cloaked in shrouds, tattered and stained with the marks of time. A perpetual haze engulfs his figure, as if he is caught between the realms of the living and the dead. Legends speak of the Old Man as a tormented soul, forever trapped within Leap Castle's confines, unable to find rest or redemption. It is said that he was a former resident of the castle, driven to madness by the horrors that unfolded within its walls. His anguish and suffering had twisted his once wise countenance to a visage of eternal sorrow and anguish. While the true origins and motivations of the old man remain obscured, his spectral presence continues to invoke fear and unease in those who dare to enter the castle's haunted halls. He is regarded as a tortured soul, a reminder of the darkness that permeates Leap Castle's history and the tragic fates that befell those who were ensnared within its grip. The Monk. An apparition resembling a monk has been reported by visitors to Leap Castle. The identity and purpose of this ghostly figure remain unknown, but its presence adds to the eerie atmosphere of the castle. The Monk, a spectral figure that haunts the ancient corridors of Leap Castle, exudes an air of mystery and solemnity. Cloaked in robes of faded grey, he manifests as a ghostly apparition, his face hidden beneath the depths of a cowl, leaving only glimpses of pale, ethereal skin. Legends whisper of the monk as a guardian of forgotten rituals and ancient wisdom, forever bound to the spiritual essence of Leap Castle. Those who have glimpsed his spectral form describe a sense of peace washing over them, as if momentarily freed and allowed to let go of the mortal shackles that bind them. The monk's purpose within the castle remains unknown. Some tales suggest that he safeguards hidden treasures or sacred relics concealed within Leap Castle's labyrinthine chambers. Others believe he acts as a spiritual guide, leading lost souls to their final resting place, or offering solace to those burdened by their earthly troubles. The Child Spirits. Haunting the shadowed corners of Leap Castle, the child spirits embody a chilling and unsettling presence. These ethereal entities manifest as spectral figures with pale, porcelain-like skin and eyes that pierce through the darkness with an eerie luminescence. Beneath their innocent appearance lies a malevolence that sends shivers down the spine. The child spirits are known for their mischievous and sinister behavior. They revel in playing eerie games, their laughter echoing through dimly lit corridors. Their spectral forms dart through the darkness, leaving behind an icy breeze and a lingering sense of unease. Legends whisper that the child spirits are drawn to the living, their curiosity driving them to interact with unsuspecting visitors. They delight in luring individuals deeper and deeper into the castle's labyrinthine halls, leading them astray and disorientating their senses, their ethereal voices carrying a haunting quality, their words a twisted invitation to join their spectral games. Encounters with the child spirits are often accompanied by disturbing phenomena. Witnesses have reported their spectral forms morphing into distorted figures with elongated limbs and twisted features, causing a sense of revulsion and terror. Objects have been known to move and shatter inexplicably in their presence. Beware, for the child spirits possess an insidious influence over those who come into contact with them. Some tales speak of individuals becoming consumed by their presence, their minds slowly slipping into madness as their childlike laughter resonates incessantly in their ears, haunting their every waking moment. While the true circumstances of their tragic demise remain obscured, the child spirits continue to unleash their eerie and malevolent presence within the haunted halls of Leap Castle. They are regarded as a chilling reminder of the even darker forces that lurk within its ancient walls, forever etching their unsettling mark on those who dare to venture into their domain. Leap Castle is a place rich in history and paranormal lore. The tragic events, the bloody chapel, the malevolent elemental, and the reported hauntings make it a captivating destination for those interested in the supernatural. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, Leap Castle's dark past and numerous accounts of paranormal occurrences have contributed to its enduring reputation as one of the most haunted castles in Ireland.